for you there. And he's dropped his notes, but there we go. Yeah, so obviously the reason for no token distribution this week is the reshuffle of the global IMs, which is still going on, which is great stuff, and is a really big positive move. So hopefully we'll have some distributions next week. And that leads us very nicely into Mitja and his tech updates, which always leads the start of the show.
Hey there. Yeah, well, so like technically, well, I see Pavel is not on the call, and Sergey is not on the call, which is nice. So I'm alone at that. We have delivered the final result. There are some potential, like maybe 0.1% chance that something will change, but not. I don't see currently that it will be happening. So we have produced the kind of results of the RustCup, and it's on the forum. And now there is a proposal on the forum from Pavel, which is changing a little bit the structure of the price distribution. And you know, obviously this is discussion going on about this, and well, I can summarize this if I like. This lock stake has been increased from starting from 600,000 to 200,000, going down to 200,000 ton crystals in lock stakes. And the number of validators in the RustCup has been increased to, like, I think 300 to get this lock stakes. And the lock is, the incentive scheme is the same, but the lock has been increased to 4 years. That's actually a positive development, to increase the lock for 4 years instead of 2. And it's also logical because the incentive scheme is going for 4 years. So it would be strange to kind of end lock earlier. Then there is a 2 years vesting proposal for 3,000 a month per each month of the RustCup. Which run for like almost 6 months. So for every validator who had been validating and participating in the RustCup, there are 3,000 times number of months of the RustCup distributed over 2 years with the vesting. So that's the I think personally, I think it's fine. I mean, it's definitely compensating for, like, if you take the numbers, you will see that it's definitely compensating for, like, the RustCup and the number of months that the RustCup was in warm up. And I think the increase in the lock stake also provides more incentives for people to join and kind of run the active, because the amount of money that you need to kind of ton crystals that you need to add is not such great now with the, you know, it's not a lot. So you can run, definitely people who in the first like 100 to 100 validators of the RustCup, they, I think, will be able to easily, with a very lucrative incentive scheme. I remember that, you know. And then there is also some proposals which I don't think I'm the person who talk about them, which are related to the DeFi, you know, community that wants to do something with this lock stakes and the other stakes and the tokens that will be placed into the validating of this new kind of as you see, we're switching from this will slowly switch the network from producing new tokens incentives to validators, as opposed to kind of incentivize the investors with the tokens which we have in givers, which will basically what is described in the white paper as kind of moving the token to more like value capturing token. So we should stop producing new tokens. The way to do for the empty blocks, and the way to do that is through like introducing another way of incentivizing validators. So we pay for the stakes from the tokens we have and then we will just switch off on certain point. We will just switch off the creation of the new tokens of the network altogether. And as soon as possible, we will do that, which basically means that the current validators with the current lock stakes, and not the RustCup validators, will be effectively like switching to this, and we need to propose a new incentive scheme for them as well, that they will be switching to this new incentive scheme instead of getting paid from the network from the creation of new tokens on the network. Yeah, so we still need technically to disable that, and that is only will be possible once we move to the Rust node and switch the network from the C++ nodes to the Rust nodes, which I believe will happen before the end of the year. That's the plan. I think that's it from me.
Great stuff. Okay, so obviously kind of lowering barriers to entry there. Anyone got any questions about that? Michael, you got your hand up, buddy?
Yeah, hi. It was discussed several times about the lock stakes for the stalled participation, and I raised an issue a couple of times saying that maybe this locked incentives could be like, the locked period equals the number of months each validator was in the stall mode. So, and maybe we could even go forward and make it no more than 6 months. So all those tokens, those incentives, could reach the program of the higher percentage in staking. So, like, if I remember correctly, we have 6 months to attract stakes within the Rust boosted staking program. And we will miss these tokens where we could put them in there in the first place. Mitja, what do you think about it? Thank you.
It's too complicated for me, Michael.
Again, we have a stall period, it's warm up for the race.
Yeah.
Different validators ran a different number of months while waiting. Yeah. Somebody maybe joined the race later and validated for 1 month before the start. Some validated from the very beginning, like for 7 months. Yes. So what if we make the lock period for incentives for this warm-up period, which will be equal for each validator for the time they were waiting for the race? Not years, ages or whatever, but maybe like shorten it up and correlate it with the time they spent for the warm-up.
It's, again, Michael, it's just too complicated. I mean, we want to keep it simple. We will compensate for the warm-up, and we will do, and then there is an incentive program which is not correlated with that. It's not connected to that. So why do we need to connect that? It's kind of seems like just some complicated construction of.
It's not complicated. It's
how it's related? Tell me how the incentive scheme is related to the amount of months some validator waited in the warm-up. How it's correlated? The only correlation here is with the money he spent on waiting. That's all. And we want to compensate him for that money, and he will be compensated for that money, or she. And that's all.
During 15,000 years.
Why 15,000 years? I'm talking about where did you take that number from? I never.
It's 2 years. It's 2 years.
It's 2 years. It's 2 years. It's not 20,000. It's 2. It
means
it went 24 months.
Yeah, there was a joke in the validators chat about that. Those validators
should I now
participated.
Answer? Should I now answer to the joke, Michael? That's the question. Do you want me to answer the joke? Should I answer the joke with a joke?
Yeah, sure. But maybe let me joke.
I would say, unless it's the comedy podcast is not this one. I mean, you could definitely join
and
Ben shitcoin podcast.
This one,
no
this
advertising
one
intended.
Let's just fix this one. Are we having a discussion here, or are we listening to your opinion only? If the second, okay, I'll shut up and leave.
No, you asked me,
think
I
possibly,
answered, but you can maybe some other people has another, but
Yeah.
but
okay,
why we should discuss it here at all? I mean, there is a
no, we
we're
should,
not
we should.
we're,
Yeah,
we're not
you're
actually
absolutely correct.
deciding here
We'll,
anything. We just
yeah, why not? Why not? We're not deciding it anyway. Okay, thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, I think there's some good points raised there. So possibly best take it to the forum for the technical details to avoid kind of getting into the nitty gritty here on the weekly. Cool, guys. So yeah, before you kind of move on, Mitja, did you want to say anything about the white paper? And I see Dimitri, you've got your hand up as well, or was that just a brief wave?
It was more white paper.
Okay, yeah. Did you have anything you wanted to say about the finalization of the final draft of the white paper?
me. Yeah, it's a final draft.
There you go.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah. Well, there you go. The big announcement.
It might change still. That's why it's a draft, but it shouldn't be a lot, which is why it's final.
Great stuff. Well, yeah, obviously check it out, everyone. Like I say, yeah, we need to final it soon, I suppose. So awesome. Okay, so next up then, if no one else has any more questions on that, we've got, I believe it should be Roman Nugent. Sorry, I'm terrible with pronouncing these names. Who's giving a little presentation here about Gov 2.0 stroke BFT and the roadmap that we're going into here for this.
Yeah, hi everybody. My name is Roman Nguyen, and I'm one of the initial member in DGO self-governance and the production director in our squad. So today we are going to talk about our old document approach to improvements and integration, just because I know that a lot of community people don't know what is it. So as I said, the document was published on April 30. And this document is intended to offer the community a way to implement and develop a DGO system. The document contains a roadmap, the estimated timeline, and a proposal for integration of the system. At the moment, we know about request for test integration with SMV part. Then this document tells how we plan to implement it. In the paragraph roadmap and approach, you can read the concept of this approach. In fact, it is divided to the three types of streams. First is development, second is integration, and third is additional projects. The purpose of the development stream is to refine functionality of the system to ready-made production solution. The purpose of integration stream in creation of transit solution for a speed up and gradual launch of the DGO processes. And we will talk about additional functionality a bit later. In this paragraph, you can also see a few projects that already passed. So first of all, it's development project revised specification. It was about the revision of the updated specification and some changes. Second one is slashing. It was ended 1 week ago. And a few proposals and few projects of the integration flow. That's already passed is standalone SMV. It was the projects as a result of which was burning dedicated independent SMVs of two types, token and crystal. The first token needed for individual projects with their own governance token, and the second for general governance. And the standalone SMV interface, this contest ends soon this week, and we in our squad will present our vision, our submission of the interface of independent standalone SMV. I think there will be some surprises, so stay tuned. With regards to future projects, we will need to complete the full governance interface and implement it. So projects Gov 2.0, BFTG test integration is just about it. Below you can find a roadmap from which you can understand that Gov 2.0 will come this year in December. I think anything going on the plan. And now let's go back to additional projects a bit. I want to say that in this section, here we have proposed ideas that can be taken into implementation after the production integration of Governance 2.0. So I will not dwell on each of them in details not to waste time, but I will say that these projects, and if they are launched, it will be in next year. And below the document, you can find estimate, funding, and the difficulty of each project, and estimating of additional projects, and small approach summary. And you can find this document in our group, which calls DGO Self-Governance, but now I think it renamed something like BFT Self-Governance or something like that. It is pinned, and I will repin this document. So please check this out, and that's all. Thank you.
Fantastic. Great stuff, Roman. Really good presentation, buddy. Does anyone have any questions on the Zoom call about that? No news is good news. Must mean you went through everything very thoroughly then, buddy. So great job. Okay, so next up, if you dislike rivers, forests and mountains, but you're a fan of driving on the left-hand side of the road, Malta might be the place for you. Joanne, if you want to say a few words about this.
What? I was expecting you to go into something totally random there.
That was pretty random, but I didn't even realise.
The left side?
Rivers, mountains or forests on Malta at all, apparently.
Do they really drive on the other side there?
Yes, they
Or
do.
is that because
Yes.
you're the other side? And
We are the correct side, which is the left side. So, yeah, and Malta are only one of 4 countries in Europe who do it right as well. So, interesting little ditty for you there.
Right. Okay, we got that sorted then. Yeah, I've got a tiny bit of time here to kind of promote the AIBC Malta event. I think there has been 2 proposals gone up on the forum, or at least maybe one turned into a contest so far for sub-governances to join the event. But I would like to remind you that the event is in November, coming up very quickly, as we're already in September. And the timeline is that all sub-governances should be running their contest now, because you have to submit your people who you want to represent your sub-gov by October. So there is a template floating around somewhere, but if you don't have it and you need it or you lost it or something, just ask me and I'll send it to you ASAP. So just in case you don't know about the event, this is going to be our second community foray into the world of huge off-chain events. Last time we went to Dubai and we had 25 people from the community join, which is amazing. And it was fantastic to meet so many people. Everybody had a lot of fun. There were people just buzzing around our booth. It was full to the brim. Drinks at night, every night. There was partying. And this event is going to be so much bigger. 10 times, 100 times. I don't even know how everybody's going to fit on the island, but this is an enormous conference. It's going to be blockchain, crypto, gaming, medtech, all these industries coming together. So there's going to be a lot of crossover potential. And of course, business opportunities, people to pitch to. Maybe there are also some investors if you're interested in that, or whatever you want to get out there. So I implore you to join. Also, Alex, our DR Alex, who's in New York City right now at Masari, he's going to be on a panel discussion, so it'd be great to support him. I'm also discussing with another person from AIBC who's not in our circle about an additional speaking opportunity. So let's see if we can get Mitja in on that one. We also have a workshop, which is going to be 90 minutes, and we have a potential 1 or 2 spots for community members to have a spot in this workshop. So I think there will be about 60 attendees that we can invite, not from our circle, to watch the workshop and attend. So if you are one of the winners and you join, let's discuss having this speaking opportunity and presentation. I think it would be really cool. So for your reminders, the 16th to the 18th of November, go to AIBC.world if you want more information to see the agenda and whatnot. You will need a proof of vaccination. I don't think that Sputnik thing will do. You need one of the legit ones. What else? I think that's about it. And also, I can arrange some media coverage. So articles, PRs, all that stuff. So if your subgov is currently doing something or will be doing something really cool by then, I can arrange for a coverage which will align at the event. So when you're there, you'll already have this stuff kind of promoting you. Yeah, just reach out to me anytime on Telegram, ping me, ask questions, and yeah. And that's pretty much it.
Great stuff. Great stuff. Controversial there about vaccine, Joe. Right.
Get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Just so you can come to Malta. That's it.
Yeah, well, I know. I mean, you've got to play ball nowadays. I mean, unfortunately, whether you want it or not, I think is kind of the bigger argument. So yeah, call to action, guys. Literally, we've only got a couple of weeks to start the preparations in contest movements. Let's really do this. Let's get a good presence in Malta. Okay, so any questions about that? Anyone got anything to ask about Malta in particular that you didn't cover? Another very thorough talk there. Brilliant. Okay, so we're going to have a little bit of a presentation about the FT bridge, but I've been informed there is an AMA with contest entrance going on. Later on today at, I believe it is 5 UTC. So I will pass the mic on while I sort this out. Alex, you wanted to fill in quickly and say about your HTTPS contest and the other dev contest, I believe. Alex Novikov, was it?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
you. So I want to announce that we have 2 technical contests started just recently. One technical content in DevX subgovernance. It's called HTTP notification provider. So it's one part of the whole solution of the notification provider, and we are inviting every developers to take part. Do you hear me well?
Yeah, we hear you. It was just his connection. He's figuring it out.
Okay, so we are inviting all developers, and it doesn't require very technical or very deep knowledge of the blockchain, but you could get everything you need during the contest. And also we have another technical contest started just recently. We were waiting this for half of a year maybe. It's inside DevOps subgovernance. We started 1 year ongoing free TON testnet support contest. So yeah, we started this, and also we inviting it's more contest for the teams. So we are inviting all teams to participate in this contest. All teams like Air Squad, Neil Foundation, Broxus, and whatever. So all teams with good DevOps system administrators who know how run free TON network, and they have a good rewards, and they have a compensation for 1 year testnet support. So please, everybody are welcome to participate. That's all.
Fantastic. And hopefully you can all hear me properly again now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so some great stuff going on. A couple of really big, important dev contests. There's also a little referral system the guys have set up for this. So even if you can't code like me, check it out. You might know someone who can take a prize place, and then you get paid just for knowing someone, which is brilliant, isn't it, really, when you think about it? Okay, so big, important one next coming up from Roman, forum updates. Roman, can you tell us more?
Yeah, for sure. Just let me share my screen. Where is it? Yeah, this is my screen. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so we prepared the major updates on the forum. Now all categories, they have their own features, so it's kind of will be very easy for the navigation for the newcomers, for the well-known users and community members in the Free TON. We have updated our logo, all topics and all proposals now will be moderated much better than previously. So you can navigate here, so you can find any topics that you are interested in. Let's say the active contests that you can track active contests on the forum. You can see the all topics that are related for the category. So you can see you can find, by the way, you can find the link to the chat for each sub-governance, for the DevOps, for the other. Forum still updating. I just want to make a short note that it's still on an update. But once it will be absolutely finished, it will looks much better. But yeah, if you're interested to join any sub-governance and previously you couldn't find their chat, you can click here and you can join directly via forum. That's all. You just can find here any information that you are interested in, and yeah, any feedback are welcome. And I just want to say the very big thanks for the Glazik from Belarusian chat. He helped me quite a lot in that. And I want to say the thanks for the other forum moderators. That's all.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Roman. Did anyone else did anyone have any questions or comments?
No questions, but I think it looks good. I like it. A lot more visual.
Yeah, definitely. The logos really help.
Yeah, another entry point for the Free TON. Yeah.
Fantastic. Great work. We're getting through this in record time today, guys. Don't know what Ron's always moaning about, eh? Right, so going to everyone's favourite omnipotent mallard, who's here, there, he's everywhere. It's Darkwing Duck. A couple of words you wanted to say about the updates to Free TON Academy?
Yep, I will try to do it very, very shortly. Let me share my screen. So we have now two main updates in Academy. The first one is that we now will use NFT certificates. This certificate, we will give them to the teachers and maybe next to the students. Now we place them on one of our NFT marketplace, freedom marketplace, Grand Bazaar. So it's the example, and we will create, I think, very, very fast. We'll create the collection of certificates for the teachers, which after the contest, we have the course contest. And so first places will get their own certificates, which will prove that they are teachers and the best teachers of our academy. So academy and go to NFTs now. The next point we will have tomorrow. We will have a big workshop in Futon Academy about paid courses. Now users will have a possibility to place their courses for tons. We do it quite long because we decide how to do it easy or hard with the bot or not. Now it will be done very easy. Also, now we decided to integrate or not, but I hope yes, plugin by another team, which allows you to log in on websites with your source address, and I think we will use it. And so the main point that after tomorrow demonstration, I will try to create big advertising company to track users, to attract members, participate not only in the course contest, but participate as private teachers who want to create courses and get tons for this. I think it will be good for ecosystem. By the way, funny fact: if you write in Google something like Free TON Learning or Free TON Academy, by the way, we have some little SEO updates there too, as you can see in Google especially. So, the first place is Free TON Academy in Google search. I think it's good. Also, wanna remind you that we have a contest. We have a DeEducation contest first, and we in this contest, everybody who can teach. In Free TON community, we need more smart contract developers. We need more the bot developers, and it's a great chance to teach students to create your own team, teach this team, and then your students maybe will have opportunity to be to work with our with our teams in Free TON who are actually who already developed something in Free TON and work with them. I think it's a great opportunity for students to start working with our teams. And another contest is Dev Pride contest. We hope that we will have a lot of teams there too, because as you know, one of the one of the tasks in Free TON community that we have a lot of different products by developers, but maybe less documentation sometimes. So it's great opportunity to create documentation, participate in this contest, and then we will organize this documentation on some of our websites and so on. So I think that's all what I want to say. Please welcome tomorrow at just a second at 14. Not 14. Yes, 14 14 UTS time. We will have a Zoom conversation about these updates, especially about updates about paid courses, and we are welcome for another participants, because we, and especially I, wanna create more valuable courses for Free TON, and I know that we have some topics maybe which we are not covered yet. Maybe just simple topics, how to for example avoid for proposals or something like this. And we need these topics. So if you have some questions how to do something in Free TON community, or some ideas, like for example one of just a second, I will find it. For example, in this on the forum, one of the member of community, Konstantin, yes, he proposed some ideas of topics, and it's very great. Thanks him, because it's because participant can read the topics on which we need to create more courses, and maybe we'll create these courses. So welcome on this conference with your ideas. We really need we will be glad to see to.
Great stuff. Thank you ever so much then, Alex. Okay.
Hello, hello.
Oh, yeah, that was brilliant.
So something.
Were you finished then, buddy?
Mobile, yes. Sorry, something with my mobile connection. So that's all. Sorry for my voice. I feel very, very bad today. Sorry for my voice. Thank you.
All good. All good.
That's all.
You want to just stop sharing your screen for us there, then, buddy? Great stuff. Okay, so did anyone have any questions? Obviously, if you want to learn more about, creating paid courses and content on Free TON Academy, tomorrow at 14 UTC is the time.
Yes.
No questions? Any comments? Going once, going twice? No? Brilliant. Okay, very thorough again then. Great stuff. So I believe final item on our pre-planned agenda for today was just, as Ron mentioned, we're going to try and wrap up kind of each week with a little segment we're going to call Ben's Bits. I like it. So just a few little bits and pieces which haven't got a proper presentation, but I think are noteworthy because there's a hell of a lot going on in the free TON world, isn't there? So Alex, you already covered the first one. There's a referral contest. Very cool. Podcasts. It's not all about Nevermind the Shitcoins, of course. I noticed the other week Broxus have started their own podcast with some really good technical content on it. So again, if you like me, if you like your content audio, check that out. And again, I may be laying cats out of bags here, but Mitja is working on something very, very special indeed. So again, should be launching soon on that one. Another huge, fantastic bit of news, Human Venture. For those of you who've been following them, they came on board with Free TON going back a few months now. I actually helped them apply for something called the UK Innovation Grant. And without any spoilers, we got accepted for it the other day. Yay! So I'm sure I don't need to explain how big this is, but the UK government are really hard bloody people to please. Especially when it comes to blockchain and DLT, they are very, very, very picky. So for Human Venture to actually be accepted for this grant is amazing. So congratulations to them, and I'm sure we'll be getting some big updates from them soon. What else has happened? We've had BitTrue, a new exchange. I haven't used them myself, but it's always good to see exchanges taking an interest and listing TON. More options out there for the traders. Issues with HitBTC and Bitcoin.com are being resolved. I know there's been a couple of issues ongoing with deposits and withdrawals, but thanks to the surf activation features, that should be being sorted now, touch wood. And on that note, we've also got a new video coming on the Surf Activation video channel. They've got their YouTube channel. So again, anyone new to the ecosystem, push them toward the YouTube channel. There's loads of easy, really good kind of 1-2 minute tutorials on there, which I've been helping them make. And yeah, that's it. Oh, sorry, Roman also mentioned, for those of you who aren't native English speakers out there, obviously live translating can be a bit of a pain in the a pain in the backside, shall we say. So there is a platform now called Yandex, I believe, where all our meetings and such forth are going to be live streamed, and you should be able to auto translate in real time, which should be very cool and help for spreading the word about everything. And as Mark has just pointed out, a quick shout out to the DeHR bot, which is obviously a really cool little thing. And another new D-bot on the market, connecting kind of employees and employers and people with freelancing positions. I haven't checked it out too much yet, but it is very exciting stuff. Ton Punks as well is another one. They sold out all 10,000 of them, minted in, I think it was 2-3 weeks, something like that, which is really good. And notepad down. That's it. That's all my little bits for this week, folks. So I'm just going to check YouTube, but did anyone have any questions or comments while we're on the call? Mark, did you want to add anything to the DHR bit?
Well, I believe that it's a very important instrument for the community and very important instrument to attract a new talent to the community. I mean, the way we grow and what we need is true, new, fresh talent to come to the community. And the bot or DHR will be that instrument. So we will market it not just on in the community, but we will market it to all the HR sites around Telegram and beyond. And so we hope to attract a lot of new talent. That's it.
Brilliant. Yeah. Okay. No, it's great to see so much innovation coming out lately. Again, lots of people doing kind of their own things away from contests and models now, which is obviously the direction we want to be heading. I assume. So just going through YouTube then, Vladislav says, please feed the validators. They haven't eaten anything for 7 months. Mitja obviously gave a few details about that. There are some compensation proposals being put forward and kind of things out there in place for that. Benjamin Bateman, whoever that prat is, says hi all. Deep All Live says hi. Josie Key says wonderful. Hello. Free TON Academy. Hi, Josie. Vladislav again, and that's actually it. No more questions this week. And wow, with 15 minutes to spare. How good's that, eh? Yeah, so did anyone else have anything to add? Any questions, comments?
We've got time for you to sing now.
Oh, well.
Sing a little ditty.
Well, on that note, the soundtrack contest, there's just over a week to go. I don't know if any of you saw, but I'm having a little go at this. So I put a little video on YouTube if anyone wants to check that out, but be nice if you don't like it. I work very hard at that. So... But yeah, in which case, if I suppose we best all get back to work, really, haven't we? Go do something with our day. It's been a great meeting. Thank you ever so much for making this all so smooth and brilliant on my first time hosting. Like I say, loads going on this week. Thank you, everyone who presented. Thank you, everyone watching. And if no one has anything to say, 3, 2. Joe, I thought you were going to ruin my thing then. I saw you go off mute.
I was thinking about just saying bye before you got there and just leaving.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Speak to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.